Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it. Yes, happy Tuesday to you all, family. Today is Valentine's Day. It is February the 14th, 2023. Wow, we're almost halfway through this month. February just came in, guys. And of course, yesterday and tomorrow will be Side Chick and Side Piece Day, because today is the actual Valentine's Day that we celebrate it and give our loved ones that little tidbit, the little piece of our heart that really, ain't that much. And we shouldn't be celebrating it anyway when you get down to the meat of it and all that good stuff. But, we'll get to that a little bit later. I want to give my folks time enough to come on in here. You guys get in on the show, like and share. I'm going to send out some invites to the show as well, because I feel like some people should be seeing this show today, considering it is the Valentine's Day show. It's the soul show for the lonely and for the couple and all that. You're going to learn something today. I always like to focus in that on knowledge. But baby, let me tell y'all about the time that I had last night. Yes, I went to do an open mic with me and Michelle Pucciarelli, aka what's up, Pooch? Love you. That's my boo, honey. We were at this brow house. I think you call it. Anyway, down in Arlington, Virginia, right? The crowd, it was open mic. It was like 20 comedians. Okay. Some were funny. Some was, but it's just funny. It's just a nice time. Anyway. Okay. But what I've noticed, that I was the only Black woman in the room. I was the only Black woman in the whole establishment. There was only 3 Black people in the whole establishment, and 2 of them came with Michelle. Me and Yogi was there with Michelle, and it was like this Brandon Moore was the other Black comedian, and which was funny because you see a lot of people rewriting jokes, can't say that, and I'm like, comedy is funny. Be yourself. If you are a racist bigot, be your racist bigot self. Keep your jokes, because that's what's funny. All of this is funny. So they're looking around, they're trying to do the politically correct. And then when one of the comedians got up there. It was a transgender, a woman. Then they started right together. You can't say that. So, look, everybody know me. I do brown groundbreaking news. And my brown groundbreaking news was that I added myself to the alphabet community, and I think I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring too, because you got the LGBTQ, INDEPE, you just got all the alphabets, right? But what you are not going to do, and you're going to stand up and fight for my rights, you are not going to discriminate against the D's. And yes, I am a D. D don't stand for darky. D stands for disabled. And I let them know, y'all got all these alphabets in here. I'm going to be part of the alphabet crew too. Just throw my D up in there. Throw some D's on it. That's what you need. They don't fight for our rights like they used to. We still marching in wheelchairs and shit to get our rights across. We need the disabled needs the rights too. So I'm representing for the elderly and the disabled. I move that we throw some D's on it. Yes. And I represented last night for being big, black, unapologetically and I represent, it is what it is. And I'm going to rock it out wherever I am, wherever, because I love me some me. So I'm going to rock it out. I'm going to represent. And I brought it home. And those people was in, and it was a whole group of baby boomers, right? And which was so funny, I had them rolling on the floor because all of them had canes and stuff like that. All of them was representing in the elderly category as I do the robot, So it was hilarious. I had a good time. I still don't know what the hell a Wiener Schnitzel is. Michelle, I might find that out later, But it was a nice time to be had. And I got to say thank you to Michelle Pucciarelli. She be taking me to all kinds of different places, and we're just laughing and having a good time as we go and navigate through this thing called a comedy circuit, And there is a difference in cultures and what they think is funny. Yes, it is. So I just wanted to say that. And tonight is Turn Up Tuesday. We're going to be down at Bar 210, down in Bryant's-Road, Maryland. You guys come down there, Bar 210, and come down to Bar 210 and say my name, Reese, and you get it free. But I want y'all also to join the show. If y'all got something to say, just click the link. And you could come on in and say something. Good morning, Kenneth. Good morning, Louisa. Good morning, Slicky. Y'all come on in and tell everybody just wake up in the morning with Reese cup in your cup, because she really don't give up. You know the rest. So I'm rolling Bolo solo today. It's a good look for me, sometimes I can do it sometimes. I ain't got to have guests all the time. Do I? Well, this is just until the interim. And if anybody that would like to come on the show and co-host with me, send me a message, or Molly, and we can make that happen for you. Or just click the link below. Molly going to put it in. If you guys got something to say, you want to say something, you want to mention something, talk about something, or whatever. But today, yes, is Valentine's Day. No, I don't have on any red because I don't bang with that whole concept of Valentine's Day. And I don't bang with it so much that we found a video, Oh, I just want to say I'm not here alone. I got my super producer in the back. He always watches over me. He is such a good big brother. He's my little big brother, but he looks out and he looks over me. Mr. Molly Mall, $1 Million Moments. He in the house. If he feel like it, he may pop in, with his slogan. It was saying, what it do? CMOS boss in the house. Bam. He got that for you. That good CMOS. And if you was taking your CMOS, you would be worried about Valentine's Day and this mess what's going on here. So I think I could share my Valentine's Day clip with y'all now. I talked about, yesterday having a good time and talking about today turning up Tuesday. So, but this is Valentine's Day, y'all. Molly, show that disturbing.
Valentine's Day lies a dark truth about the holiday's pagan origins. Now, despite its association with love, Valentine's Day is rooted in blood and a celebration of desire and lust wild enough to make Cupid blush. Now, when you think about the history of Valentine's Day, you might think of St. Valentine and the romantic legend that surrounds him. But if you really want to uncover the truth behind this holiday, you have to dig even deeper into its pagan past. Now, when you dig into the shadowy past of Valentine's Day, you'll discover that it all started with a little bash called Lupercalia. Oh yes, this ancient Roman festival was far from the cards and bouquets of roses that we associate with the holiday today. Lupercalia was a feast of the flesh and a celebration of all things sensual. It was an ancient Roman festival celebrated as early as the 6th century BCE, and unlike Valentine's Day, which is a single day celebrated on February 14th, Lupercalia was a 3-day event from February 13th to the 15th, and it all began with bloody sacrifices in a cave. Why? Well, the word Lupercalia is thought to have roots in the Latin word lupus for wolf. This ties back to the legendary story of Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome who were supposedly raised by a she-wolf. The festivities of Lupercalia began at the Lupercal Cave, which was rumored to be the home of the wolf who raised the famous founders of Rome. Now, the priests of the fertility god Lupercus were known as the Luperci. In the depths of the cave, the Luperci would strip down nude, sacrifice male animals, and smear the blood on their bare bodies. While still bloody and nude, the Luperci, the priests, would go into an area of Rome known as the Palatine Hill and hit people who were taking part in the festival with the fresh animal skins. Why? Well, as a blessing for fertility, of course. And if you were a lucky lady who got smacked with one of the skins, you were blessed. You were believed to be more fertile. Now, even though some of these practices are extreme, I'm vegan after all, so I in no way condone animal sacrifice. Lupercalia was actually a celebration of love, fertility, and sexual freedom. Instead of asking someone to be their Valentine and exchanging cards, men would draw the names of women from the festival out of a jar, and they would be paired as sexual partners for the rest of the festival. Now, this was meant to be a fun expression of sensuality, but sometimes it led to the partners falling in love and getting married. Lupercalia was a time to let loose, to break free from societal norms and conventions, and to revel in the power and beauty of sexuality. The festival was a celebration of the wild, untamed spirit of nature and a time to honor the gods of fertility and sensuality. Now, as time went by, thankfully, animal sacrifice was banned, but the Lupercalia festival continued to celebrate sexual freedom. But not everyone was a fan of Lupercalia. As the Roman Empire became increasingly Christianized, the church began to frown upon the festival and its openly sexual nature. Now, it's a well-known fact that the church has never been too fond of holidays that involved nakedness, but even with its tamer aspects, like the Lupercalia feast, it was still a far cry from the church's idea of a holy celebration. Pope Gelasius saw Lupercalia as a threat to the stability of Rome and the Roman Empire as a whole, and its sensual celebrations were seen as a threat to the moral fabric of society. Now, the church would have been opposed to the celebration for a number of reasons. First and foremost, Lupercalia was a pagan celebration. It was dedicated to the Roman gods and goddesses and was far from the Christian values and beliefs. This meant that the church saw Lupercalia as a threat to their own religious teachings and their authority. Now, second, Lupercalia was a celebration of sensuality, which was seen as immoral and sinful in the eyes of the church. Third, Lupercalia was also seen as a potential source of chaos. See, it involved a great deal of drinking and revelry, which could lead to unruly behavior, and in the church's eyes, this would have been seen as a threat to order. Finally, the church would have been concerned about the influence of the pagan festival on their own followers. If people were participating in Lupercalia, it could mean that they were drifting away from the Christian faith and being influenced by pagan beliefs. So to put it lightly, Pope Gelasius was not a fan. So he put an end to the controversial celebration. He banned Lupercalia in the late 5th century CE, and in 496 CE, he established February 14th as a day to honor the sacrifice of Saint Valentine. Now, the Pope did not intend for Valentine's Day to be associated with love, but little did he know he would set the stage for the transformation of the day into a global celebration of passion. And in the Middle Ages, around the 14th and 15th centuries, the holiday became associated with love and romance. Lupercalia and Valentine's Day has a lot of historians divided on whether one directly gave rise to the other, but given the similarities and timing, it's hard to deny there's a very strong connection. It's safe to say that the Pope's intention for the day was a far cry for what it's become today. But hey, guess what? Things change, and that's what happens when you try to repress sensuality. The church didn't completely succeed in eradicating Lupercalia from the minds of the people. The festival itself may have faded into the shadows, but its influence is still here today in the form of Valentine's Day. You can't repress human sensuality. It'll always find a way to break free. So when you're exchanging cards with your lover, having a romantic dinner and a night of passion, remember that could be thanks to the Lupercalian tradition of drawing a partner's name out of a jar, feasting, and celebrating sensuality. And hey, if you want to pay respects to its wilder side, maybe try out a little BDSM. Happy Lupercalia or Valentine's Day. Which one do you think sounds more fun? Tell me in the comments right now. I'll be reading them. Hit like and subscribe and check out my...
Yes, hit like and subscribe and check out the Morning Mac or the Reese Cup. Oh, I see I have a guest in the building. Ding dong.
Hi.
Phoenix is here. Good morning, darling.
How are you, honey bun?
I am just grandioso.
I see. I was like, oh, she fired. So let me see if she wants some company.
Oh, I always love company, honey. Look, mind the house is a mess, but come on in. Let's party, girl.
That's all right. We can clean it together.
That's all right. That's all right. So what's your kaflama this morning, mama?
Well, I was sitting here and I was giggling at the video. He's talking about if you want to go back there, try some BDSM. That is hilarious. Because what does that have to do with sacrificing animals?
Look,
it's funny though.
That's the whips. That's the tie up. But it's this is all. Like I was saying before, this is white people culture. This is the Roman church and the pagan stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody of color in this at all. Because we wasn't in no caves and no wolves and wearing wolf's fur and eating up the meat and all that stuff. This is just a.
Now we did wear fur. We did.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Wolf fur, bloody. This is a pagan ritual that they wanted to adapt. And they wanted to control it, basically. That's where your religion part come in at. That's like the chief controller. That's, the comptroller of the world is the religion. They put some religion on it.
That's
and
true.
Spin it and send it back out. They was like, oh, this is too satanic. Oh, let's throw some religion on it, clean it up.
That's true.
And they send it back out. And we got to be careful.
But the foundation of it, that's the thing. Like you were saying, the foundation of it is still there.
That's
just
right.
Like when people take quote unquote secular music and make gospel songs out of it. If the foundation of the song or the spirit of the song is still there, you just putting Jesus in. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of music starts from gospel and they turn secular back in the day. And that's what they made the people like it, because it was all gospel hymns and stuff. And then Ray Charles and them got a hold to a little richer. They done, let's speed this temple up. Dun, 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 dun. And here come the king. We reduced to good golly Miss Molly. I mean, stuff like that. That all they doing is speeding up, slowing down, putting the spin on it. They doing the remix. And they're sending it back out there. And a lot of stuff, because the roots with the music, then they switched it up. Then they say, oh, that's rock and roll. That's of the devil, because you made it fast. You made Miss Janie heart beat a little fast. You're trying to kill her. Oh, that's of the devil.
Well, that's the crazy thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish. My apologies.
No. I was just saying to fast forward it. This is what we got today.
Well, okay. So I want people to understand that there is no such thing as bad music. The intention and the words are what changes what it is. You can listen to the music, you can listen to the frequency of the music. The lower the frequency, it affects different parts of your body. So this is why it's an issue. Then you add the words, because words are spells, and that's where it changes. You can listen to music all day long, but then the lyrics are what causes the issue. And also, according to the Bible, Lucifer was head of the choir. So if that's the case, then that's why the words change and cause issues. But that does not mean that he didn't have a part in the greatness of music, if we're going off the Bible. So we have to understand that Lucifer, or Satan, was also an angel. And everybody wants to blame the devil for things, but you are the devil.
That's the origin.
You're the devil. If you want to blame the devil, blame yourself. Stop doing stupid stuff. But music is what it is. You know, it's all things. Music is beautiful. Music is good. It's the words. It's the language. Just like what they were doing, they were celebrating this holiday, trying to have sexual freedom and sensual freedoms, and the church was like, "Oh heck no, we're not doing this." But they found a way, like you said, to spin it. But the origin is still there. Because what we do, like you said, we go celebrate, eat, and then go get your love on, you know what I'm saying? Which could happen any day. But anywho, how do you feel on this wonderful topic?
the Valentine's Day, kill that noise. I'm going to get my candy tomorrow. I'm just, it's
Man, what?
Day.
That's 50 to 70% off? Y'all better stop playing.
For chocolate lovers. For milk chocolate, I like milk chocolate. I know dark chocolate is good for the heart health. And today is part of Heart Health Month. You know, that's what National Heart Health Day. Dark chocolate is supposed to be good for you, but I don't like dark chocolate. I like milk chocolate. Dark chocolate is bitter. You know, I guess depending on what candy I'm eating or what.
Yeah.
I like Almond Joy. I like Peppermint Patty. And I think those are dark chocolate, but.
Yeah, I know Almond Joy. Well, the Almond Joy is milk chocolate.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Mounds are dark chocolate. Yeah.
Okay.
How I know, because my grandmother and my mother used to tear them things up, and I know the difference. Great day, everyone in the comments who's watching. If you're in, please like and share and subscribe to the Morning Mac Show. Usually the lovely Lady B is here. She's not here because it's usually R&B going on, but it's Reese and Weed today. And so it's all good. Oh, this is what I was going to say. So they were talking about the sexual part and how the church came in. Do you know why cornflakes were invented?
Cornflakes? No, tell me.
Let me go, because I'm going to get his name. I'll make sure I got his name right. John Harvey Kellogg. He is the inventor of the cornflakes. And what they tried to make it seem like that they made the cornflakes for a healthier option and alternative. Cornflakes were actually invented to help people's sexual drive deplete. They were trying. He was working with the church, or it was either him or a pastor. Somebody was working to try to get people's sexual drive to go down. They were trying to get people to stop thinking about sex. So they figured if they give them a plain something to eat, that would help with the sexual drive. That is the real reason why cornflakes were invented.
So why the hell was Wheaties invented? Because they roasted the cornflakes. Girl,
that's the clean. Look, they would invented to clean you out. That's what
they get up all that shiznit up out of you. That was Wheaties. Because if you're going to deplete my sex drive by giving me a cornflake, you going to really kill it and get up all that. You're going to run all the.
You ain't going to have no drive if you want to tune it all day long.
You know what? I used to love Wheaties.
You ain't gonna have no energy. You're gonna be so wore out for using the bathroom. You gonna want to go nowhere. Don't even look at me. Don't look at me. But yeah, when I found that out a couple years ago, I was like, what? It didn't work. Look how many people in this world. It didn't work. Look at me. I love me some cornflakes with some bananas. I got 5 kids. That ain't stopped me from doing nothing.
Oh goodness, that's funny. Then they come back with frosted flakes and they spit it up, put the spit on it again.
Look, they put the sugar on it. The sugar give you that boost of crazy. They know what they doing. But that's what I was surprised. I said, come on now, what was you stopping? But that's what they used to do. That's what they did. It's always some type of sexual a hindrance going on. But the thing is, we had this conversation somewhere. Oh no, I think on the Tom Mo show they was talking about this. Sex isn't bad. This is a natural thing. What the church or the Bible says about sex, it's supposed to be between husband and wife. It is not just for procreation, but this is what the Catholic Church and all those other churches try to make it for just for procreation. But it's hard to tell someone, a teenager, especially a teenage boy, whose testosterone is on 1 million, that you're supposed to wait till you get married to have sex, which I really just want all children to do. Just everybody just wait at least till you're in your 20s. You don't understand the severity of sex as a teenager.
Right.
You barely understand it in your 20s and 30s. Do you know how many people have issues in relationships? And we older, and it has you don't understand the connection, what happens during sex. So teenagers should wait. Now, I had sex early. I was 16 when I lost my virginity. And I really wish I had waited, because thinking about what I went through during that time mentally and emotionally, I really it would have been better if I had waited till I got early. Well, I didn't. So I had these conversations with my children because, I know the feelings are there. I know you're going to want to do it. I know a guy can talk you or a girl can talk you into certain things. Because I tell my son this too. He's about to be 21. Hey, you don't have to share your penis with everybody, son. And I explain the spiritual side of it and what happens to them. I know those urges are there, but try to wait, But the church, they try to demonize sex, and you can't demonize sex. And that's why a lot of us as older women and men have issues, because we used to go to church and we've been told it's a sin. God won't forgive you if you do this. And then when you get in relationships, when you get married, you have a hindrance because you can't free yourself. And it's like a catch-22 almost, or a double-edged sword, because you should be free, but then you can't be free. It's a lot with it, but it's a normal, natural thing. And so I think we had this conversation on another show where we were talking about how they should allow priests to marry. If they allow priests to marry, a lot of these situations with these little boys wouldn't be occurring, because they will be getting their release.
And don't forget the nuns, because there's so many. This is a Catholic religion, and it's only the Catholic preach Catholicism.
Yeah, the nuns, the priests be chasing after the nuns too. Well, they don't say that.
Well, behind one church, it was a graveyard for baby graveyard, where the nuns were having birth, where they got pregnant, and all that was hidden and all of that. There's a lot of dark stuff. Catholicism is the root of basically all, like I said, Christianity, religion, which is Christianity, because that's where they get the template for whether you Baptist or whatever. You got to go to divinity school, and divinity school is based on the Catholic concepts and stuff. Like I said, when I was at the comedy club last night, every comedian up there who was religious was Catholic. I used to be Catholic, and you hear some dark tales about the Catholics, and then they come out after they graduate and grow up, and they're not forced to go to church. They come out as atheists. It's like, wow, like what kind of transformation be going on there?
You see a lot of truths. You see a lot of truths, and we're not going to speculate, but we know.
I'm not going to get into that because that's your business. I believe you have the freedom to do or worship however you want to worship or whatever. Do you, as long as you ain't hurting nobody. And what you believe is what you believe. Boom. With that being said, girl, late breaking news, honey. Do you know who Nikki Haley is?
Nikki Haley, no.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was a former North Carolina governor. Okay, why am I bringing her up? Because she is going to run in the 2024 elections against Trump.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say against. It just came out of left field. I don't know where that came from, but she's going to run against Trump in 2024 elections. And I believe she's a weak candidate, and I believe that they're putting her up to do it so he could definitely win. the Republican candidacy for 2024. I'm looking forward for him to run again. Go on, run. Put some fire back in the game, Trump. Run. Get these Democrats on their Democrats. Hey,
No,
that's
you
the
right.
word.
Say it again. The Democrats and
The
the
Democrats.
Bloodicans, all in the same. They all the same.
The Democrats and the Republicans, plugikins, because they butt plugs and crap. That's what they are. The Republicans. Oh, I'm making up stuff on the fly. They gonna get me later, but I'm a comedian. And that's what we do. Okay, we talk about people and laugh. Oh, okay. So it could be easier for him to get the Republican nomination to go and run for president. Because I see Trump running for 2024, and I predict him winning. Call me crazy, call me whatever you like, but this is what I see. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning, Shengupta. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Shengupta Iqbal. Good morning. Good morning to you all. And I hope nothing that I said offended anyone in the viewing audience, and don't take anything I said to heart. Like I said, I'm a comedian. It's jokes. I joke about everybody. But I have this clip, right? I want y'all to see. It tells us more who Nikki Haley is. If you're not from South Carolina, you probably don't know her, but she was the governor. Amali, can you play this clip? Watch this, Weezy.
Years, because we would like to share a bit of breaking news with you all. We're learning more about Nikki Haley. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is running for president. That's according to a formal announcement from her Twitter page that broke just a few moments ago. That report, again, making a formal announcement saying that she will seek the Republican nomination in the 2024 presidential race. So far, she is only facing former President Donald Trump for the Republican Party's nomination. He announced his presidential bid last year, and we do have her official announcement here on Live Now from Fox.
The railroad tracks divided the town by race. I was the proud daughter of Indian immigrants. Not black, not white. I was different. But my mom would always say, your job is not to focus on the differences, but the similarities. And my parents reminded me and my siblings every day how blessed we were to live in America. Some look at our past as evidence that America's founding principles are bad. They say the promise of freedom is just made up. Some think our ideas are not just wrong, but racist and evil. Nothing could be further from the truth. I have seen evil. In China, they commit genocide. In Iran, they murder their own people for challenging the government. And when a woman tells you about watching soldiers throw her baby into a fire, it puts things in perspective. Even on our worst day, we are blessed to live in America. I was born and raised.
All right, so if you're just now joining us here at Live Now from Fox, we are continuing to bring you all the latest top stories, breaking news, and live updates from across the country and from across the globe. If you're just now joining us, we can officially report that former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is running for president. Haley, again, is seeking the Republican nomination in the 2024 presidential race. And as of now, she's only facing former President Donald Trump for the Republican Party's nomination.
Yeah. To me, that's funny because they're not going to let a woman get up there on that seat, let alone an Indian woman. It goes right back to what we saw on the Tomo show yesterday, when the guy bought the cotton fields where his family blood, sweat, and tear and worked and died on. He bought the fields back, the same land that his family tilled. Now, she looks and appeared to be all white. That gives the illusion to the eyes, but she said she's a Native American, right? So she's going to be the leader of the free world that they came over and stole from the beginning. Is that a double entendre or what? You know, and then once she get the election, when she gonna come out and say I'm only 5% Indian and 95%
That's what
Irish?
I was just getting ready to say. Go ahead. I was
You was thinking the same thing, right? Right. Go ahead, say it. Say it. You was thinking the same
just
thing.
like Harris. Just like Harris. Harris is not black, okay? But she used that card. She pulled that black card like they always do. They use us for numbers, use our indigenous beautiful support system for numbers to get in there. And $5 engineers. That's what I was thinking too, Molly, because a lot of those, remember, a lot of people bought their way into the native land. They weren't naturally native. They weren't. And so I don't see any native imagery in her. Nothing. So, you know, you see how I'm Indian. No, what does it matter what you are if you're running? What did you do for South Carolina? I'm gonna have to go look at her whatever happened down there with her. Exactly. So this is why I want to know.
Former governor. She was
former.
You know, she's a rubbish redneck, like you know, like they do down there. It's a lot of places that's doing that. You know, it's funny, like down south, they call that the Bible Belt. They're the holier than thou. They're the gatekeeper of morale. Okay. But then they do all kind of crooked and twisted stuff. And like, why do you have to tell people that you're Indian? Like,
it's to get the votes. It's to get the attention. Why do you have to put who you are? If you're running for this country, make what your policies, what you're trying to do, what you want to change. We don't need to know that you're a native. We don't need to know that you're. I mean, come on, in.
Well, let me tell you, like when you look at you and I, you see the map of Africa all over our face. Okay, when you look at her, you see the map of Europe all over her face. I don't see no indigenous people to the free world. I don't see that. You know, to me, Indians look more like people like us, Weezy. When you look at it, and you know, but maybe she an Eskimo, and I don't.
You know, that is crazy. But Molly made a good point about Trump. Trump was fighting for them, and they tried to make it seem like back in the day when he was talking about Vegas, he went in there. He's like, they don't look like no Indians to me. Those were the $5 Indians. And people try to make it seem like he was talking about regular natives, but he was talking about those who bought their way into exactly. Hey, Nene, and it's you know, Trump has his issues. Trump is somebody who plays off what he can get off on, but Trump has helped a lot of people. He has helped a lot of people before he got in office. He was really a great person. A lot of people can vouch for what he has done for them. He got in office, took advantage of the retardation of this nation, helped expose those people who were faking, liking us, helped expose the real racist people, and he just went on with the plan. You know what I'm saying? He went on about his business. Oh, y'all want to support me? Okay. He took that support, but what he really did was expose them for who they were. Trump played that game.
Trump's a racist too. He's like unapologetic. He's like, so what? I did this, I said that, and so what? And this is the way I believe. So what? But do y'all believe the same thing too? He gonna put you out there on Front Street, and a lot of those $5 Indians, those people that bought into it so they could steal the benefits that they was giving the Indians, so they could steal the reparations that they gave the Indians to the Indians. Like when they bought Vegas and bought these casinos and stuff, those $5 Indians came in there, swooped in, got what they needed, and that's why Vegas looked like it looked now. And the Indians are still on the reservations. Them $5 jokes, y'all gonna let a nickel come in and take the whole damn dollar, and that's what happened. And that's
what happens, period, in these United States.
Exactly.
That's what happened. You know, the reason why the Pilgrims came from overseas is because they wanted freedom. They wanted to have the freedom to sleep and do what they wanted to do with each other. They wanted to have the freedom to live as they wish to live, right? But then they came over here and oppressed the very people that had the freedom. They left a place of oppression and came to oppress. Mm-hmm. And this is what happens here in the States. This is what happens. And it's unfortunate that this is he said, DJ Speaker said he can't find you on Facebook. But
Why
I
is
don't know.
why is that? Is
I don't
he
know.
must be kicked off of Facebook because I see everybody on Facebook.
You
And
probably have to
he just
send
came
him the
in
link.
through Facebook.
Yeah. But you know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I definitely believe, like you said, they just put her up there just to run against him because she's not gonna win. She's
No,
not gonna
no,
win.
she's not. Because and America ain't ready for a woman president. If there was, Hillary would have won a long time ago. They
Do
ain't
you
getting there.
do you honestly think we should have a woman president?
No, she's too emotional. One day she might want to press the red button, and the next day she's singing "Kumbaya" and all of that. I mean, I haven't seen a woman that was strong enough. Even though they always say, "Oh, woman is the backbone of the good men that run da 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 da." I haven't came across a woman who distribute a strong enough platform to run the free world yet. Hell, I ain't even seen a man really strong enough to really. They barely got one up there doing it. You know, when the man came in, I haven't seen so. You know,
Yeah,
no,
but a
I
man will
don't care.
listen. A man will listen to another man faster than a woman will listen to another man. A woman barely listen to another woman.
Exactly.
And so, like you said, the emotional part of it, I don't think there will ever be a woman president. It will be a lot, if there ever were, she would have to really be in a place where she can understand and hold herself accountable and have went through this process to be able to listen.
Now
And a
I'm gonna
lot,
Now I'm going to say this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the way I believe. It's not the viewpoints of the Morning Mac show, Weezy, Molly, or anybody else associating or watching the show. But I believe that there will be a transgender president before it'll be a woman's president, even though because a woman. I'm sorry, because a man is a man, and even though
yeah,
he's transgender, they're gonna still give him that ear because he's still a man. He was born with the twig and two berries. Okay, so I believe that there will be a
a
transgender
transgender
president
woman.
before it'll be a natural woman or a regular woman president. I believe. Hey, I could be wrong, but there's a whole lot of LGBTQ support out there.
I
And
agree.
I threw my hat in there as the D's for the disabled, and people are saying, but Reese, disabled people, we're talking about sexual orientation. Look, I identify as disabled, damn it.
Exactly.
That's what
You know
I
what, Reese?
identify as. Like, stop taking stuff from me. And then people don't know when you are disabled, sex is challenging. So it's another
Yeah, it can be very much so.
so come
Or
on now. Sexual
obsolete sometimes.
orientation is different now, Weezy. When you disable it's better. It could be for some. I ain't gonna say it, but everybody gonna want to go be disabled. Watch. Everybody gonna be trying to, they gonna throw everything out, everybody gonna try to get to disabled. I ain't got the blue placard. I represent my Crip game. The OG Crip.
The
We
cripple.
were original.
OG cripple.
The OG cripple and the OG bloods, because we the one that needed the blood, had to give up the blood, had to spill the blood. So disabled, we uniting the bloods and the crips. Disabled people. Vote for disabled. So
You are
what
so
else can I
silly.
say?
But it's true. You know what? It's true though. So let's come back to, because I think we're going a little deep.
Hey, Malik Bay.
Let's come back to
Slicky said, not for me. Thank you, Molly, not for me. Wait a minute, hold up. Did I miss something?
No, Molly got him back on because he couldn't see you on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
But I think so. Why is it that do you think everybody goes all out for Valentine's Day and they don't do that throughout the year?
Because first of all, we're conditioned, we're brainwashed, we are they brainwash you with that stuff. When you were a child in preschool, it started with what you teach the people, what you program with. In preschool, you making little hearts, a little Be My Valentine's, all that crazy mess, because they're teaching it to our children. They are spoon feeding that crap to us. You know, that's why I say study to show yourself approved. Every single holiday is around something dark and malignant. And if you study to show yourself approved, why do we do anything? It's all because of money now. They get ready to make $22 million, or is it a B with a billion, off of Valentine's Day. 22, you know, you think of all that money that could be used to put somewhere else. If you really love and care your brothers and sisters, you would stop that encampment thing that they got getting ready to go on in DC. You would take some of that candy money and put it in there to help get a building or secure a building, because they about to sweep all the people that they gave tents to, the homeless people. They about to sweep and lock them up. If you really care about the condition of your loved one or your sad heart, you would try to make a better day or better tomorrow for them. And that's by dealing with the issues now. But it's just a money grab. Greedy rich people want to get richer. Greedy commercialization, spoon feeding us from infancy. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed. Who says that?
It's about that money, like you said. You know, I agree. That's just like Easter and 4th of July and all these other holidays that come up that are used to bring money into this country. You know, we spend a lot of money. And it's okay if you want to celebrate somebody. It's okay to celebrate. It's okay to do what you want to do. But don't just choose one day. If I love you, I'm going to show you I love you all year round. I'm going to show you or tell you that I love you every day. It is not just a one-day thing. And I don't have to go broke just like people go broke on Christmas and can't pay their rent and can't pay their bills in January because they done spend all this money buying gifts. No, that is not how it's supposed to be. It's all commercialized. It's all to get you to spend your money. It's crazy.
And what does that mean, Weezy? Like, if somebody give you a box of chocolate, let me tell you a true story. This joker claimed, Professor, he loved me. He was my boyfriend. I ain't gonna say no name, but you know who you are. It was a few years ago, and I think I told you this story before. He come getting me a card and some candy for Valentine's Day, right? This is when I realized I was the side chick. When I got over to his house and got the card and the candy, the damn candy was ate out of. I'm like, who done opened up the damn box of chocolates and then started nibbling? I'm like, wait a minute. This not a dozen heart. It's only 9 here. Who the hell been in the damn candy? He didn't even know it was open. He goes, oh, sorry. Oh, I got hungry and ate some candy. I said, you nigga, you bought the candy and you gonna eat my candy. You know, that made a big girl mad. That's like sampling my food before me. You wait a minute. Player, let me open up my own box of chocolates. You know? So that means you love me because you gave me a box of chocolate that you ate out of and a card.
You was mad about that chocolate?
I was mad. I took the chocolate. I didn't even eat it. I gave it to my son. I said, here, just eat this candy, boy. And he was like, oh. He said, oh, so Mr. Mark disappointed you again, huh? I was like, You need to be called out on your stuff. Some stuff these people do. And what was that? That ain't in the name of love or the sake of love. You gonna eat out the daggone box again. That's terrible. That's like you pulling up to the drive-through windows at McDonald's to get some hot fries, and the person that ate out your box of fries, and they're gonna hand it to you.
Oh my God!
You're gonna be like, "What is this? Wait a minute, what is this? I wanted some fresh hot fries." And they sit up there. I was making sure they was fresh and hot. Here you go. So
that is hilarious.
Does that mean he loved me, Weezy? Because he gave. Should I be happy that I got a box of 8 out of chocolates?
I'm trying. So did he end up telling you that you was a side chick, or how did you? Because of the open chocolate.
That was an indication, because if you cared anything for me or cared anything about me, you would come correct. When they don't care, they don't care. That ain't love. I did not feel love and embraced and none of that. None of that. You know, so I left. You didn't get there ain't no romance, ain't no what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm sorry, I got home. No, bro. If you got home, you would have got to
He
the
didn't
drive
even take the time to
McDonald's and
look
got
and
you some
make sure
French fries.
nobody opened it. That is hilarious. I mean,
Hey,
it's your pain isn't hilarious, but that
I wasn't in no pain. I was in disgust. I was in fight mode. I felt like Mortal Kombat. Finish him. That's how I felt when that minute came up. All I could see me bicycle kicking him into oblivion. I wanted to eviscerate that Joker. I'm looking like all I heard when he had me that, and I looked and it was open. This is what I heard in my mind. You know, that's all I heard. Was that Mortal Kombat? You know,
that's my game too. But you know, okay, so we talk about Valentine's Day. Do you know yesterday was Black Love Day?
That yesterday and tomorrow side piece day. It's wifey, girlfriend, and mistress. Yesterday was the mistress birth, Valentine's Day. Then they get the best because they get it when stuff is marked up. Valentine's Day, that's your main boo get it. And tomorrow is really side piece day. It's like I don't give a crap about her, but I want some. So I'm that's that birthday. I mean, not birthday.
So are we technically our own side pieces since we waiting for tomorrow to get the discounts?
No, I'm not no side piece. I want some side pieces.
Said we our own side pieces.
You got that with Reese's pieces.
The Reese's pieces.
I'm getting some Reese's candy. I'm waiting for my Easter candy, Halloween candy, and Valentine's Day candy. And sometimes Christmas cookies, but it depends on what they got going on.
They got Easter stuff out already.
Yeah, but I ain't paying that Easter price. I don't believe that mess.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. Give me my Brock's jelly beans afterwards when I could get a big bag of jelly beans for 25 cents. Go to CVS, get full for $1. Right now, they $5. No. And they cutting everybody's EBT card across the world. So next month, so Easter come around, everybody might not be getting all that candy in their Easter basket like they used to. Mama, why I only got
y'all
one
better go in the
bean?
Dollar Tree. Go on that Dollar Tree. But even the Dollar Tree went up to $1.25. 25, yeah. So you only can get four items coming to $5.
Exactly.
I'll be mad because I like the Dollar Tree.
The Dollar Tree went to the $5 tree. That's what it was. $1 is the equivalent of $5 now. I handed a homeless guy $5. He just looked at me. This all you got? Like, you better get away from me. You better get away from me.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
At 7-Eleven, they be looking at the window, be like, I see them giving you change. And you just hate for the man to give you your change back. You be like, put it down. Let me slide it out. Let me put my purse up here. Because they looking to ask you for spare change. This one guy asked me for spare change and I didn't have it. I got accosted and he wanted to attack me. I saw him give you change. I saw him. I said, I don't have any to spare for you, sir. I'm sorry. I'm living. Walking straight. Go and get you a job somewhere.
Okay, so real quick, because it's almost time. Molly, can you come on and share with us how men view these holidays, particularly Valentine's Day? How do y'all feel about Valentine's Day? Give us some insight before we get out of here.
Molly? Or Mr. Malik Bey? Any men in the audience?
Yeah, any fellas. Even if you don't celebrate, I'm pretty sure at one point you used to have to. A toothache.
My baby brother.
Okay. I thought he was saying that. Oh, I'm sorry. You have a toothache. Okay. Well, any gentleman in the audience that can share how that makes you guys feel, because I've heard some men say that it feels like they're obligated. It's kind of like a stressor, because women really expect them to get them something on Valentine's Day, and they expect them to go all out and do all of that. So I really want to know, because I know I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I used to. And then I got to the point and said, man, I love you every day. I'll go randomly buy you flowers, or, I'm not about to just for one day. No, it's not happening.
That's how they do with Christmas. What
Malik
Malik Bay
said, he
say?
said, that's when I stopped doing it, when I started feeling obligated and it wasn't coming from the heart. Exactly. Exactly.
That's like work. When your job feels like a chore, you unhappy. When a relationship feel like a chore, you unhappy. It's time to change it up or get out of it. It
Yeah, it's
shouldn't
time to
feel
do
like
some
that.
reevaluation. You got to reevaluate.
Exactly.
And these holidays, and it makes you feel like you look, Christmas time. I went in there and they had Valentine's stuff up, and I'm like, it's still December. It doesn't make sense. Around Halloween, they got Christmas stuff out. I'm like, this. It's like they're forced. You're being forced to buy things and not have the breather and not to do. I'll tell you one thing.
You're being programmed. They're
Yeah,
programming us, and there's subliminal messaging, like with the commercials. Look at the commercials on TV. You watch a commercial and you see something, you be like, "Dang, I want that," or "I'm hungry for what you see." So they got all this stuff out earlier, so you can be hungry for it earlier, and you can go out and spend that money early before you
that's
spend it
true,
all up for
Malik.
Christmas.
He said you can't be pressured to show someone you love them. It
I
comes on
love
your
you,
own
Malik.
time. That's true. And Molly said, I don't celebrate anymore, but when I did, it was mostly for my partner. And that's true. Valentine's Day is for the women. It can be for y'all though. If it
I
can be,
used
no,
to
but
get for the
it
men.
is, but I know, but they all these things are marketed for us. We're the consumers. We're the ones that want to buy all this shit. We're the ones who want it. We like glittery and glitzy and shiny things. It's for us. It's not really for the men. If it was for the men, then they would advertise it a little bit different. But again, like you
Yeah.
said, you do it for, not all women do though. Not all women do it for their men. And that's unfortunate. I do. I will. I have, but it's not going to be just Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying?
All year
But
long.
it's just marketed for us.
Because women, we spend all year long. How have you been in the store? I know you have, and you thinking about other people. You spending more money. You be like, oh, I should get this for him, or I should get this for her, or the kids need this, or the kids need that. We are the chief consumers. It's women. It is women. Women do spend more than men. Men may spend a little more lavishly, or maybe like, here, take that $10,000 boom, or the big purchase items. But women spend constantly all the time. Even when we don't want to spend, we spend. How many times
Yeah,
you
that's
go into the
true.
store, Weezy, and say, all I need is a loaf of bread and the jar of pickles, and come out with $100 worth of groceries?
Yep. Because you like, you know what? They might want this. But the only holiday that's celebrated for men is Father's Day. And we don't even give the recognition and the honor that we should to our men and fathers like we supposed to. We should we supposed to celebrate them not only on Father's Day, but if you just gonna celebrate on Father's Day, blow it out of the water. Like we don't acknowledge our men like we should. We don't show them. Well, I'm not gonna say we don't. A lot of women do not, because it's a great amount of women that do, but it's not advertised. It's not blown out the water like it is for us. And this is something that we need to work on. We need to make it normal for us to celebrate our men, to celebrate our fathers, to celebrate our husbands, to celebrate our significant others, to celebrate our sons. I bought my son. I went and bought him flowers. I buy him flowers. I do my daughters too when I go in there. But this is what I do for my sons because I want them to know that they're loved and they're cared for, that they're important, and they don't have to be the only one giving. They should be able to receive as well. This is what I teach my boys. This is what we need to show our men. They don't receive it enough.
Thank you, Weezy. Well, this has been the conclusion, the end of our show, and I want to thank you for chiming in, for coming over. I love it when you stop by, and you got keys to the casa, mi su casa, su casa
Oh,
is
thank you,
su
ma'am.
casa, and I see my $1 million baby in Molly. You ready to close out the show? I love you guys.
This show, Reese Ree, Louisa, thanks for coming on. Man,
Thank you
here
for allowing me.
trying to get this tooth together. Slicky Woo, I'm gonna hit you after the show, man. I seen Slicky was tapping last night, but I don't fuck with Valentine's Day, and there's a lot of history behind it. So I think most people should do their history on it, definitely if you're religious, because it's definitely a pagan holiday. Other than that, man, save your money. If you got the money to do something nice, then go ahead. But if you don't feel obligated. I'm talking about men and women. Because there's some women nowadays buying a lot of things for the men. And I wish it was like that when I was celebrating it. You know, I'm starting to see niggas getting rooms with the roses all the way to the bed. I'm thinking
That's
he
true.
did it, she did it. So I'm like,
Right.
what the fuck is going on? So the road is switching. There's a lot of doms out here that's shitting on us. Like, I'm talking about these doms buying their girlfriends cars and everything. So it's just like they done took it to a whole nother level.
They sure did.
And
They
I
can
ain't
keep it
trying to
on that
keep up.
level.
Yeah, they got it. I ain't keeping up. But,
Malik said he hate Malik. Go back. He said, "I hate when y'all do that. Your shows are not long enough." That's true because I be in the comments like, "Oh
no,
my
Malik
god."
keep coming in here like the last 20 minutes. It started
Uh huh.
10:30, Malik. 10:30, and you want to get on here, man? Just hit us or hit the link. We be sharing the link. You know, we definitely been asking for you to come on here. You know, so hit us up tomorrow, man. I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow before 10:30. Let me know what you want to do. But good show, Reese. You got anything else you want to say? You got anything coming up you might want to shout out?
Yeah, you guys, if you haven't already got your tickets, please get your tickets to come out and see me do my comedy live and on stage on February the 25th. It'll be myself, Michelle Pucciarelli. It's going to be Dale Smoot, Dave Carter. Everybody love Dave Carter, Section 8 Comedy. And we go, our boy Jamon Darnell going to be hosted by the Gwen Factor. You know, so come on. You're going to come on down. It's going to be a great time. So the 25th, Eventbrite, get your tickets. Seating is limited, so y'all better hurry up and get it while it's hot. I gotta even check on it to see if we sold out yet. I don't even know, but definitely.
You know, I'd be there. I see in the background, we said Ray.